My name is Elad Sapir. I'm from Israel. I'm a Cuspa CEO. My background is mechanical engineer, and the last 20 years I was involved in various of R&D projects and medical startups. Most recently, before Cuspa, I led another startup in the structural heart field, and Cuspa is also in that field. So we are a startup based in Israel. We have been founded about 3 and something years ago. We are in an R&D preclinical stage. We are focused on structural heart aortic valve repair implant. Our regulatory path is a PMA Class 3 device, and we are expecting to have a first in human in the first half of next year. So aortic valve disease are divided into basically 2 segments: the aortic stenosis, which is a little bit more known in the industry, and the aortic regurgitation. Aortic stenosis is patients suffering from calcification in the valve, and in the aortic regurgitation you do not have calcification, the valve is deformed, and there is a leakage. Today there are transaortic replacement devices which are focused on aortic stenosis. The aortic stenosis patients have calcification. The devices need calcification to position themselves and maintain contact. And without calcification, it's a contraindication to use the current transcatheter devices. This leads to an absence of transcatheter treatments for aortic regurgitation patient. Our solution is the Cusper. It's a transcatheter repair device that is positioned in one of the cusps of the valve. In this movie, you can see the Cusper device being delivered through a delivery system to the aortic valve. The physician is loading the device on the catheter and deliver that over a wire to the valve. Once in the position to the expected landing zone, the catheter is steerable, and you can navigate to the desired cusp location. There are 3 cusps, but maybe less than this. You decide which one you would like to position the device onto, and once you are in the desired location, you release the implant by clipping it to the cusp. Detaching the catheter, the delivery system from the implant is very easy, and once the implant is in the location, it's instantly effective and preventing leakage. This is the Cusper. It's a nitinol frame clip with a biological material, a conical sleeve that is the main aspect of the Cusper. Here we can see an animal valve in a simulator where one of our models is positioned and affecting as we expected. In the following movie, we can see before and after a valve with a setup of regurgitation and a valve where the implant is positioned. Our clinical experience was published in the Euro Intervention and won the best flashlight award in last Euro PCR. Here we can see a before and after an animal with the Cusper and without. Today we have already 30 to 90 days follow-ups with animals, and we have no thrombotic event, and we see good performance of the implant in the position in the animals. There is increased interest in aortic regurgitation in the academia. These are slides that were presented in TCT by Professor Martin Leon, focused on the recent development in analysis of who are the patient population and how they are treated, comparing them to the aortic stenosis patient, and also dealing with how we identify the patient, how to treat them. Most of the guidelines in the information are based on technologies and data that was is 30 or 40 years ago. We estimate that the total addressable market in the US is over 1.5 billion and can reach up to over 4.5 globally. As I mentioned, there is no transcatheter treatment to AR patient. However, there are a couple of players that are now developing replacement solutions. We are dealing with repair and comparing to the coming technologies that are now in process in the FDA or in early clinical evaluation, we can say that our device have less limitation in anatomical constraints. And more importantly, once you have been using it, it still leaves all options for future treatment, whether it's surgical treatment to the patient or in the future, trans-aortic replacement devices over our repair device. We have a IP coverage for our core technology, both in the US and globally, and we have more patents in process. Today, we are in the completion of the development and design phase. We're about to start the validation with our main target is to reach to first in human with the 5 patients in the first half of next year. Following that, we will continue to a clinical study here in the US to reach out to FDA approval. Our team is highly experienced in innovation, research and development, financing and managing startups and the medical innovation from other projects. And we are raising now $8 million in 2 tranches of $4 million and another $4 million. And the first tranche will lead us to the first milestone of reaching for the first in human. Thank you, everyone, and feel free to reach out afterwards. Thank you.